ריבונו של עולם, אני מבקש ממך בכל ליבי ובזה התפילה, שתנחה אותי בדרך ישרה, ותודיעני אורח התורה, שתדריכני בעמיתך. אי וזכר לי לבני ביתי לעבוד אותך באהבה ויראה, אני מבקש ממך. אני מבקש ממך בכל ליבי ובזה התפילה, שתנחה אותי בדרך ישרה, ותודיעני אורח התורה, שתדריכני בעמיתך. שתדריכני בעמיתך. אי וזכר לי לבני ביתי לעבוד אותך באהבה ויראה, אני מבקש ממך.
Hey kids, welcome back to the next episode of the Incredible Kids Podcast. My name is Moritz Siri, and I will be your host through this incredible journey. We are going to meet many incredible kids. They are going to share with us their stories. Some of them super cool and different like you've never heard before, and some you may say are just ordinary, but all of them incredible. If you have great ideas, email me today at ikidspodcast@gmail.com. And now it's time for
Incredible Kids!
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another night with the Tehillim Army. I'm looking into these little squares that we got so familiar with over here on Zoom, and I see so many kids who can totally, I'm sure, pull off being the host of this program, like our very own YM Weinrab over here. You, basically have me in your background, but you yourself are mouthing all the words I see, at least from what I see, and you guys could do this. But here I am. I have the chus of hosting you guys for the Tehillim Army. Welcome back to another night. Let's remember that every time we get together, we are here for one sole purpose, and that is to unite together, to daven, to sing, and to beg Hashem for the immediate release of all of the hostages, the safety of our soldiers, and of course, all of Klal Yisrael. And tonight, specifically, we are going to have in mind Sasha Alexander Ben Yelena, who is one of the hostages still 447, maybe four. I lose track of the numbers. I'm sorry, I don't know, but 440 something days already in Hamas captivity, and he needs to come home now, and they all do. So we're gonna have extra kavana tonight for his release and all of theirs, and we're gonna be saying Parak Tzadi Aleph. So make sure that you have a Tehillim nearby, and that's gonna be afterwards. And tonight we are so excited that we have the superstar Simcha Leiner with us live. Well, it's like a double exciting situation, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. I want to say a big thank you to our anonymous sponsor who sponsored the week of Tehillim Army for all of us, and also a special sponsorship for this evening, and that is a shout out to Dasi, Hensi, and Shoshana, three incredible kids, girls who are not feeling well, but they have been home this week and they're sick, they're not feeling well, but they're here on Tehillim Army, and their parents are so proud of them for their dedication and for always being energized to join the Tehillim Army. So this tonight is specially dedicated by you as well. Thank you for your support, and thank you to Dasi, Hensi, and Shoshana for being such important members of the Tehillim Army. And I just want to say something quick, and then we're going to go to Simcha Leiner. This is a very quick thing that I need to say. I need to say that I had the special privilege, and I really think it is a privilege. I witnessed something unbelievable this week. Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. All right, I see you. I see you guys are holding. I went to the presidential nomination of Donald John Trump. I never knew what the J stood for. Now I know it stands for John. And what's important is that we voted, and no matter what side you guys are on or whatever, now we have a president, and I have one disappointment from that day. So I have a video. It's posted. You guys can watch it if you didn't have a chance yet. But I had one disappointment from that day, and that my disappointment was that the parade was canceled because of the frigid weather outside. They usually have a big presidential parade down Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C., and it was canceled because of the freezing weather. And I was very disappointed. But you know why I was disappointed? Because I had spoken to my Rav, who told me that I should say a special bracha without Hashem's name. You would say a special bracha about how Hashem gives kavod and honor to a person when you see a king or a president, especially at his inauguration. I was excited to say the bracha, and I didn't have a chance to say it. But if you watch it, you will see other incredible highlights that I did get to experience. So we'll talk more about that later, because I want to tell you one particular story. So hang on there afterwards for After Tehillim. Mirz Hashem, After Tehillim, I have a quick story to share with all of you. And now, without further ado, we are going to be joined by Simcha Leiner, who is back for time number 2. So we call it the 2.0 edition. And give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that I'm spotlighting the correct Simcha Leiner. There we go. Okay, and ask to unmute. Welcome back for time number 2. We're so excited to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me back. This is
there you go. Okay.
super exciting.
Yay, amazing. And tell us where you are, because I don't want to say you're surprised for everyone. Tell us where you are, because I don't think you're home.
Okay, this is not my house yet. Maybe one day I'll have a house this big. But until then, I am on the set, as they say. This is where we're shooting the music video for my new song called, that's right, Can You Hear Us Sign? All of you said that so beautifully together. I can almost hear the Hobermans singing it all the way from Waterbury. Look at that beautiful, beautiful set. Isn't that cool? If you look in the background, actually. There's the crew.
Oh, hello, everyone.
There's my brother, Yitzhak. Without him, we wouldn't know what to plug in where, so we're very grateful for him as well.
Are you near Waterbury right now?
No, we're very, very far from Waterbury. But Sunday, we're going to be shooting day number 2 of the Can You Hear Outside music video in Waterbury, because all good music videos have to be shot at least partially in Waterbury.
Very cool. All
Okay, we have
right.
the Kleins. The Kleins are trying to get some attention here. Can you sing Change the World? You can change the world, can change the world. You can change the world, can change the world. There is. I don't remember the words. Okay.
You forgot the words to your own song?
I did forget the words to my own song. That's why when we do a show, we have a big screen in front of the stage with all the words for us to
Let me help you out. You got to light up your inner spark. Keep going.
Gotta love you in the spark. Show you in your. Right? Something like that. You can change the world. Shkoyach. Yosef Green is singing along. I love it. Yosef, you're doing a great job.
Okay, so tonight we have, yeah, there's Yosef Green. There he is. Okay. So Simcha Leiner, this is a very unique opportunity because I feel like you're in the middle of doing like behind the scenes stuff. When we do everyone knows what a music video is, right? Right, guys? You know what a music video is? It's like when you have a song and then you put a video with the song, hence a music video. And
Right.
this is how it takes hours and hours and hours and hours and a lot of people behind it. So show us where you are for a second before we sing.
That's right. One more time. One more time.
I know, but like tell us what's going on here because it looks
Okay.
interesting.
So you're gonna have to wait till next week to see what it's gonna really look like. But I'll get, you know what? I'm gonna give you a little bit of a sneak peek of why we have all these screens set up here. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Wow. That's what it'll look like. So this room now doesn't look very exciting. But when all the lights get turned off, you see, all the screens get put on. It's gonna be very, very exciting. Everyone's
So
gonna
all
see
the
the
white
video.
that's all around you is really it's just really all a backdrop.
That's right. It's kind of like life.
Okay,
We're
cool.
hiding, we're blocking out the light coming in from outside. So it looks very beautiful. And then you don't, when you see the video after, you won't know where we are. So you can, your imagination can fill in the rest.
Amazing. Okay, I have a question for you.
Sure.
First, one thing I want to tell. Can I tell you something? I'm going to
Sure.
tell you something. Until recently, nobody knew who I was besides my family and my friends, right? So, but before anyone knew who I was out here, all these kids like the Rubens and the Ribiats and the Smiths,
Sprays.
I was just a regular, I still am a regular person, but I was just a person who loves music. And during COVID, if I remember correctly, I don't want to insult any other singers. I feel like you were the singer maybe who was the first one to do a home performance. Like over maybe it was on Instagram or Zoom, I don't remember, but I remember we had a schedule. Who remembers quarantine? Remember how crazy that was? We were all home from school, we had nothing to do. Yeah, you guys remember the laxes? So on our fridge, we had a list of things to do. And one of the things said Simcha Leiner concert at 6 p.m. And it was like on our schedule that we made up for ourselves. And we came on and we saw you. And I remember you weren't wearing shoes on. You were wearing socks in your living room and you made like a light show. Like you turned your whole
Right.
living room into a thing. And I want you to know, I never told you this, but I want you to know that when I had the idea to start the Tehillim Army, I said, I want to bring back that energy that we got from the singers and the performers during COVID. We got to see a new side of them, and we got to see that they're regular people who have a home and a living room and sometimes take off their shoes and have dance parties. So it was a little bit of an inspiration for what we do here on Tehillim Army. And oh my gosh, my daughter, this is crazy. Look at this. My daughter just came downstairs. You're in our quarantine photo book.
That's right. So what a lot of people don't know also
You see
is that behind the camera was 3 little kids that also had to be entertained. And one of the reasons I was doing this was to keep my family busy. And I don't know if you remember, but when we realized that this wasn't going anywhere and we were going to be home from school for quite a while, we put out every week, I would put out a schedule that there was something to do every single night to watch. And I think that was from the proudest moments of my career.
Amazing.
I can't tell you I miss those days, but I miss that feeling,
Yes, it's very cool. So are you going to sing for us? What are you doing today?
I would love to sing for you. So I'm going to sing the new song. I'm going to sing along to the new song because we're here on the set. But here we go. I need every single person after this is done. All 688 families, the Juravels, the Schweckys, the Greenfields, Let's see who else is the Schwartzes, the Russacks, the Bennetts. Oh, that's a cool backdrop, the Bennetts. Amazing. So the Hobermans say that I didn't give them a shout out, but I did give them a shout out already in the beginning, right? You can attest to that? You can attest to that. I gave them a shout out in the beginning, but it's okay.
You did. Now they got two.
Yes, so now they got two. But here we go. After this video is done, I need everyone to go on to 24/6 and stream this song over and over again. Leave it on overnight on shuffle, on repeat. Here we go. Sing along. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yivorechecho Hashem v'yishmerecho, Yoed Hashem pono v'lecho v'chuneko. Yiso Hashem pono v'lecho v'yoseim lecho lecho shalom. Whoa! Yivorechecho Hashem v'yishmerecho, Yoed Hashem pono v'lecho v'chuneko. So Hashem pono v'lecho v'yoseim lecho lecho shalom. 1, 2. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Avraham Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Yitzchak Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Yaakov Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai, Ken Yehidatzai. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Avraham Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Yitzchak Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Yaakov Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai, Ken Yehidatzai. Yivorechecho Hashem v'yishmerecho, Yoed Hashem pono v'lecho v'chuneka. Yisa Hashem pono v'lecho v'yoseim lecho lecho shalom. Time is for Avraham Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Yitzchak Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Yaakov Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai, Ken Yehidatzai. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Avraham Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Yitzchak Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Yaakov Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai, Ken Yehidatzai. Yehidatzai Mischus Avraham Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Yitzchak Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Yaakov Avinu. Yaseim lecha shalom. Yehidatzai Mischus Avraham Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Yitzchak Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai Mischus Yaakov Avinu. Ken Yehidatzai, Ken Yehidatzai.
Wow, that was a lot of fun.
That was great. And also
Remind all
like
of you
that was
to
like
listen to that
that was like
song.
an unsponsored commercial for 24/6. The amount of people who
Exactly,
have
yeah.
these devices.
There are other places to stream it, but I don't vouch for any of the other places. So go stream this song wherever you know. You can even go into your kitchen in that little round box on the counter. Say, Alexa, play Ken Yehidatzai. See what happens. It's either going to play my song or something very interesting.
Wow. That was amazing. Okay, you want to take a request for your next song?
We could try, besides the one that was hung on a paper, because that one also needs quite a few lyrics. What is that? What? I can't see what song that was.
No, it's just another 24/6 device. And also these kids over here, this is all on video. You better look good. Here we go. Okay.
All
right, there we go.
Mines are moving to Israel.
Mazel tov. I'm coming with. Okay. Let's see. It looks like there are people with requests.
Okay.
Do you want to take a request for a song, or you have your own ideas?
No, I'm open to whatever it is.
Okay. Let's ask the Glocks.
But it happens to be that there are people on tonight that their name is Leiner. And I saw quite a few people named Simcha Leiner. So I would love to meet other Simcha Leiners. If you're out there, I do know of one. She's a baker and she lives in Yerushalayim. But if your name is Simcha Leiner and I never met you, I would love to meet you. But there's other Leiners. We have Hendy, Eli, and Yaakov. They are the first cousins of mine's children. So really excited to see other liners on board. See if we can
Okay,
find
Incredible Glucks, could you unmute yourselves? Because I think you tried before. Try it one more time. Oh, you know which song I like? I like the Home We're Going Home. I sing it whenever we're almost home
That's a great song.
in the car. Okay,
We're gonna-
Glucks, what song request do you have?
What should we do?
What should we do?
What should we do? That's a great song. What should we do?
Isaac West.
What?
Isaac West.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna play the song.
We're going home. Home, we're going home. Home.
Simcha, is your thing on it? Does it say on for original sound on the top?
I think so. Let's see.
We're going home.
Like on the top of the screen, do you see where it says,
Going home.
like it should say top right of your screen? Does it say original sound on or off?
Here I come. Let's see. I think back to the place where I belong. How's this? The feeling overtakes me. Here we go. I know.
Yeah, that's good.
Going home, and it burns. There last my heartaches to return. We have Shua Sorsha, who writes all my songs with me, right here on the screen also. Yeah, and I
Shua the
know-
DJ, here he is.
What's that?
I said Shua the DJ.
Shua the DJ, here he is.
Oh, we're going home. Oh, we're going home. Touch the ground. My family, you and I are truly bound. Can't be myself like nowhere else I know. When I'm home, take my hand. Oh, we're finally going back to our own land. Where at least we get to walk upon those stones. Simcha Leiner, your cousin. Yeah, yo. Oh, we're going home. We're going home. We're going home. Ashua, take it over.
You know him, right? Of
know
course
your
you know
uncle.
him.
All right, sing it with me. Here we go.
We're going home.
The Solomons are in the house.
We're going home. Hey ho! We're going home. We're going home. We're going home. We're going home.
We're going home, guys.
What's home in that song referring to?
You're going to Eretz Yisrael.
Right. We're not, just to be clear, it's not talking about Tom's River.
It could be. It depends where you're coming from, though. You know.
Well, in this song, the idea of the song.
Yes. Although many times when we're on our way home from wherever it is that we're going, my kids put on home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Understandable. Okay, do
Can
we
I
have
give one
time
more
for
shout
one
out?
more?
One more shout out. We don't have time for one more, but I
So-
just wanted to give a very special shout out to the Bashes who are listening from Lakewood. Yeah, they're from Lakewood. Okay. We're
Let's
gonna
see
head
if they're
back.
on. Okay,
your
I have
video.
one question to ask you.
Sure.
Here they are. Bashes from Lakewood. Is this them? Hello. Okay. I have one question to ask you. My question is, if you could tell everybody who's right here, if you can tell them on the spot one piece of advice for all of the kids out there listening, what would you tell them?
Ooh, that's a great idea. Trust the feeling that comes to mind when you're about to make a decision. Because intuition, right? The feeling you get right when you're about to start something is the way that Hashem wants you to react. Now, obviously, if you find that you're making decisions that are too quickly, then your personality is different. But trust the kaichas that Hashem put inside of you. They're tools that are built into you, that are there for a reason. Trust the way you feel, and that's the most we could do. That's the difference between hishtadlus and other things, right? We can only do what we try to do, and then the rest we have to trust Hashem. So do what you
Beautiful.
love and do the right thing, and amidst Hashem, everything will work out for you.
Beautiful. Thank you. That was beautiful advice from a person who people know and respect. And it's important to know that sometimes we all don't know what we're doing to some extent. When we feel like he was saying, right? This is what he's saying. That you should, when you feel inside of you that you have a calling and you have something inside of you that feels like this is what I need to do right now, even if it's hard, right? Especially if it's like something that's going to make kavod shemayim in the world, then you should trust your gut, but for the right things, right? Okay.
Thank you so much for having me on today.
Thank
Thanks
you.
everyone for joining. This was so exciting, and I can't wait to be
Yes.
back.
Big round of
Three
applause
to
for
know.
Simcha Leiner. Thank you so much for joining us. And everybody here, I know these kids. They are going to sing Kani Hiratzon. And when they watch this video and when they listen to it on whatever device or phones or whatever, Alexas, wherever they listen to your music.
I'll mail the
or in
song
a-
to your house if you don't have internet, which,
Yeah. Well, they'll
we
figure
have
out a
if
way
you're
to
watching
listen.
this.
Kids know how to listen if they got to. They're all going to feel like they were part of history over here. So thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you
See
so
guys
much.
in the next one.
Good night. All right, everybody. Before we start, of course, everyone take out your Tehillim. I just want to say something very special that Simcha Leiner reminded me of when he was talking. My brother Shaya is 13 years old. Some of you might have remembered when it was his bar mitzvah in the summer. He has a talent. He has a lot of talents. One of his talents is that he figured out how to make beef jerky. Anyone here like to eat beef jerky? Let me see if we have any beef jerky lovers here. Okay, I see you. Okay. So Shia loves to eat beef jerky, so he learned how to make it, which is like a little bit of a hard process. You need to like dry it out and this and that and dehydrate it, the meat. Anyways, and Shia also knows that the soldiers in Israel, a lot of them like to eat beef jerky. A lot of people like to eat beef jerky, but it's a good thing for them to have with them by their army base because you don't have to put it in the refrigerator. And it can last a long time. So they don't have to be worried about things getting stale and stuff like that. So people have been sending beef jerky to the soldiers. But I don't know how many 13-year-old boys could make the beef jerky and put their heart and their soul into it. And my parents just went to Israel this week to go visit. They went to Israel this week, and part of what they're doing in Israel is they're going around and visiting soldiers on army bases and telling them how much we daven for them and care about them, and and they went. And my brother Shaya didn't go with them, but he made a ton of beef jerky right before they left, and he put it into these little packages. And I think he said he made 40 of them, 40 little, like a little shalach manos. And then he put a sticker on the outside or something that said, "I'm thinking about you." And, and my name is Shaya and I'm 13 years old and I made you beef jerky. And he put a picture of himself cooking it in his kitchen. and he put it on each one. And my parents went around yesterday and they delivered it to different soldiers around Eretz Yisrael. And they were so touched. And so many of them said, oh my gosh, I feel so good because to know that there are children. And we've said this before here on the Tehillim Army, but I just wanted to say it again. I wanted to share this incredible kid's story. It happened to my little brother. But they were so inspired that children are still thinking about them and still doing whatever they can. And whether some people make bracelets and some people send money and some people send shaitos and some people, everyone trying jewelry, everyone's trying to show how much we love and care besides the davening, which is the most important. And the beef jerky made them so happy and it was delicious. They said it was delicious. And all these different videos that my father sent me. Let me see if I could show you one of them before we say Tehillim. So everyone, you could open up to Tzadi Aleph in the meantime. But basically, this is like, I'll show you. This is like a picture over here of my father. You could tell which one's my father because he's not a soldier. And they are holding up, this is the package of beef jerky and you could see here, like the letter. I don't know if you could see it. It's Shia holding up his beef jerky. They were so happy. And then they wrote cards and letters. And there's just endless pictures over here. You could see one over here. And they're so happy. Look at the smiles on their faces. And this is the feeling that they get. Here's one over here. They're so happy to receive these packages. And so let's continue to do what we can. And I was thinking about it because Simcha Leiner was just saying, when you feel like you have something in you to share and to do, keep doing. Do for the right reasons. Give of yourself. Be brave. Be bold. Do big things. Do big things and don't doubt yourself because you're all so incredibly special. I love that. Okay, so we're going to be saying Parak Tzadi Aleph. And let's see if we can have a boy who can lead the Tehillim with us. Raise your hand if you're willing to lead the Tehillim Tzadi Aleph. Let's see. I don't want to put anyone on the spot. Okay, let's see the okay, let's see the cones from Clifton over here. Hold on, my thing is a little freezing on me. Could you guys unmute yourselves? Hello. Hi there.
Hi,
What's your name?
Alan.
Alan, I remember you. You've been on before.
Third time saying Tehillim.
Oh my gosh, you got lucky. Okay, well, there must be a reason for that. Okay, Parak Tzadi Aleph. And whenever you're ready, you say it, and we'll all repeat after you. One pasuk at a time. Oops, I just lost his picture. One second. Hold on. Just try to find where your like microphone is and talk into that,
Just talk really. He's really loud. He can talk loud.
Okay, I got you. You're good. Yoshev b'sisar elyon b'tzel shaddai yeslonan. Omar ladonai machsi u'metudasi Elohai evtach bo. Kihu yatzilcha mipach yakush midavar havos. Be'evraso yasech lach v'sachas kenafav techse tzina v'sochera amito. Lo sira mipachad laila mechetz ya'of yomam. Midavar ba'ofel yahaloch mikatav yashod saharayim. Yipol mitzedecha elef urevava miminecha elecha lo yigash. We're up to pasuk chas, everybody. רק בעיניך סבי ושילומס רשעים תראה.
כי אתה ענן מחסה עליון שמת מעונך.
כי אתה אדוני מחסי עליון שמת מעונך.
לא זעונה אלך רעה ונגע לא יקרא באוהלך.
לא שאונה אליך רעה ונגע לא יקרב באהלך.
כי מלאכו יצווה לך לשמור בכל דרכיך.
כי מלאכיו יצווה לך לשמרך בכל דרכיך.
על כפיים יישאונך פן תגוף באבן רגלך.
על כפיים יישאונך פן תגוף באבן רגלך.
על שחל רופא פן תרמוז קיר וסנים.
על שחל ופסן תדרוך תרמוס כפיר וסנן.
כי חשק ואפלתהו עשה גבהו כי ידע שמי.
כי בי חשק ואפלתהו אסגבהו כי ידע שמי.
יקראני ועיניהו אנוכי עמו אנוכי בצרה אכלתהו ואעבדהו.
יקראני ואענהו עמו אנוכי בצרה אכלתהו ואכבדהו.
אורך ימים אשביעהו ואראהו בישועתי.
אורך ימים אשביעהו ואראהו בישועתי. Ellen, thank you so much. That was amazing. I'm going to say the Misha Birach, and you can say Amin afterwards. Here we go. Misha Birach, Avosinu, Abraham, Yitzchak, V'Yaakov, Moshe, Aaron, David, Ushlomo. Hu Yivarich v'yishmar v'yatzel as hashuvuyim v'as hachatufim miYisrael. V'as kol hachayalim ha'umdim ha'mishmar artzinu v'nalchamim neged ayvinu. Ba'avor sha'anu mispalalim ba'avuram b'schar zeh. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yamalei Rachamim Aleihem V'Yoshiim V'Yotziim Mitzara L'Ravacha U'Me'afila Le'ora U'Mishiba L'Geula Hashta Ba'Gala U'Bizman Karev V'Nomar Amin. All right, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us and leading Tehillim. That was wonderful. And I love your little mudroom setup you have behind you. That looks like a really organized space. What's the trick to keeping it organized?
Have cubbies.
They're usually inside.
What's usually inside?
They're supposed to be inside of the cubbies.
Oh, yeah, but it looks organized. Looks like everyone knows where to put their shoes. Looks like you guys have at least some of it. Looks awesome. I'm noticing these things. That's what I notice as a mom. Okay, thank you so much. I'm so happy you're joining still. You know, you don't stop. You're awesome, Alan. Thank you. All right. So, before we get to the raffle, which you can enter if you have not entered yet, incrediblekids.org. You guys know where to find it under the Tehillim Army page. I'm gonna say, Shlomo, you could come in now. Shlomo, come in. It's okay. Shlomo's not feeling great. Come here.
This tummy's hurting.
What's hurting?
Tummy.
Which tummy's hurting? That's your shoulder. Ay, Shlomo. Okay, so what? Who? Is she on? Oh, she is on. Let's say hi to her. Okay. Just want to give a shout out to my girls and to Yehudas Adler, who asked me to spotlight Dina R. Hi. Yehuda, they were helping to watch Shlomo upstairs. Okay, so I wanted to tell you that when I went on Monday to Washington, D.C., so I live in Baltimore. For those people who don't realize where Baltimore is, because I know a lot of times, you know, people get mixed up with the map a little bit, and I recommend that everybody learn the map. It's really good to know. So Baltimore is it's just like an hour drive from Washington, D.C. It's really close. And it's pretty cool. Pretty cool that we live pretty close. The thing is that since Monday, the day that was inauguration day for the new president, since it was going to be a big thing and so many people were going to be there and everything, and they wanted to also make sure there was security and they had to block off the streets, they didn't let people drive into Washington, D.C. You had to take transportation, public transportation. And so if you watch the video, you'll know this already because I couldn't really hide it, but I want to tell you the whole story because it was so crazy. But basically, I had to take the train. And it was actually my first time ever inside of Penn Station, which is the train station in Baltimore. And I had to take the train, which since the train doesn't have to go through like traffic, it goes way faster than cars, right? And a little faster, whatever. And I went from Penn Station in Baltimore to Union Station in Washington, D.C. And I was so excited. So it's all in the video. So you'll watch the video and you'll see I rode on the Amtrak. And the Amtrak is the trains that connect all the different cities in America. So you can take the Amtrak to many places. You could even take the Amtrak all the way from where I live to Florida. You could take the Amtrak across the country the other way. It goes really far. I looked at the Amtrak map the other day and you could see, like, if you look at the map of the United States, there's train lines that go there and there and there and there and there. I have to go back to the train station, by the way, to take more videos because apparently they have like the turntable still. You know the turntable like in Thomas the Tank Engine? You know that thing that turns? Like where they go, okay, Percy is parking the thing, beep, 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 right? Right, Shoma? So they have that, whatever. I didn't get to see that because I had to make my train. But anyways, I'm sitting on the choo-choo train and I'm like so excited because there's a real conductor, okay? Like, you know, the conductors that wear that little hat? And the conductor says, let me see your ticket. I want to see your ticket. And you have to show them your ticket. And it's like so cool. Anyways, so I'm sitting there. And then at the end of the train line, we're about to be in Washington, D.C. And everybody starts to stand up because the train slows down. And we look at the person next to me, the person in the next row, a man. He was wearing like a name tag that said Amtrak employee. He works at Amtrak. Okay, very cool. So somebody in my group, somebody that I was riding on the train with, who I came with, said, "Oh, you work here? Are you a conductor?" And he's like, "No, I'm not a conductor, but yeah, I work at Amtrak." So we were like, "What do you do?" Because we're just so curious and we were so excited. So we're like, "What do you do at Amtrak?" Honestly, between me and you, I thought he was going to say like, I fix broken parts on the train or like a job that's like whatever. We were sitting in coach. There's like the fancy people sit in the front in the part of the train that's like fancier, like the first class or business class. We were sitting in coach where the seats are more simple and whatever. So I'm like thinking, which worker rides in coach on the Amtrak? Well, it's like a simple worker. So we said, "What do you do at Amtrak?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm the CEO." Okay, I don't know if you know what a CEO is, but it's Chief Executive Officer. He is the man who is in charge of every single Amtrak train in United States of America. He has the most important job in the whole company. He probably makes $1 million a year, this guy, okay? This guy is the head of Amtrak. And he was sitting right next to us in a plain coach seat. And he didn't even want to say his job. He was so humble. He said, "Oh, I'm the CEO." We're like, "What?" I was screaming. I was like, You're the CEO?" I'm like, "No, what?" And he said, "Yes, I'm the CEO." I said, "Well," I had so many questions. He's like, "We need to get off the train." They stopped the train. And if you miss your spot, they're going to keep going. So we all got off the train and I'm like freaking out because I just thought it was so cool. And also, like, I was going to Washington, D.C., and I was hoping I was going to meet, like, Donald Trump. But I was like, if I just meet him today, I'm good. I am good to go because this is so cool. So I got off the train, and I wasn't trying to follow him, but I was right behind him because we all had to go to the same direction. And I was standing right behind him, and I couldn't get over it. Instead of just walking to where he needed to get, he would, like, turn to every person who worked in the train station, all of the people who work for him. He has like thousands and thousands of people who work for him. And he stopped and looked at each one in the eye and he said, "Hey, how are you today? Thank you. Keep up the good work. Nice to see you. You're doing great." And then he turned to the next person and he's like, "Hey, Nice. No, good haircut. He just went over to each person and just said hello to them and gave them a compliment and just he would just smile and everybody knew him. And I even said to some people, like, do you know who that is? And at first we didn't believe it. And then the person who I was with was like, no, 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 no. Moritiri, look. And they pulled up on their phone like a picture. It's really him. And we're like, it's really him. So why am I saying this story? I was thinking about it a lot afterwards. And I was like, why am I so excited about this? Like, why is that like the best part of my day? Like, I'm literally going to see the president become the president, which was so unbelievably cool. But like, that's the part that makes me the most excited. When I came home and I was like telling people, you don't understand who I met. I met the CEO of Amtrak. I'm like, people are going to think I'm crazy. Maybe I am. But I was like, I think I know what it is. I think I'm just so blown away by how humble he is. And like, and it's a lesson for all of us that even when we do great things and we accomplish big things and we have an important job or like I don't know, in any way, even if it's something in your family or something in school or, or in the work world, you have a very important job. It's so important the way we treat all other people, especially when we're in charge of people. Like if we're put in a position of being a leader, that's what a real leader is. A real leader is somebody who never forgets what it's like to be at any level. So a leader like him, he's going to look at someone and say, oh, that guy, he has a life. And yes, maybe his job is to scrub the outside of the choo-choo train, but he's just as important as I am. We need each other. So we're all important. I think I was like just so inspired to see a person who wasn't trying to put on a show. He was being the way he truly is. He was being himself, and he was being a real example of what a leader needs to be. So a leader needs to be a person who always feels humble and who's always looking out for other people. And really, lahavdil in the Torah, we have leaders like that. Like, who's the most humble person in the entire Torah? You guys know? Let's see. Grumberger boy is gonna tell us. Who's the most humble person in the Torah that we know was an excellent leader? You want to unmute yourself? It might even be in this week's Parsha.
Moshe?
Yes, that's right. Moshe Rabbeinu. And he was an example of a leader who, how do we know that Moshe was so humble and he's such a good leader? How do we know that? Do you know?
The sheep.
Oh my gosh, did we practice this? Me and you?
No.
What's your name?
Baruch.
Baruch, tell me about the sheep.
He was running away for water.
And what happened? The sheep was running away.
And he was chasing after him, and then he brought him back on his shoulder.
And it showed what?
That he's a humble guy.
A humble guy. That's right.
And he's going to care for everybody.
Exactly. And he's going to care for everybody. If he cares about a little sheep, then of course he's going to care for every single member of the Jewish nation, right? Beautiful. Thank you so much for filling in the blanks with me. You said it better than I could have said it on my own. Wow. Oh my gosh. I just picked the right person. Anyway, so I thought that was very inspiring and I wanted to share it with you. And if you want to see the rest of the story, be sure to check out the inauguration video. It's on my website, incrediblekids.org. And now we're going to do a raffle. And so hopefully by now you all had a nice amount of time to enter this raffle. I'm going to look over here at my wheel and make sure that it's updated with all of the, let's see, I have to just make sure it's updated because I want to make sure everyone's in this raffle, and sometimes it needs to be manually updated. Okay, bear with me. Momo, you can't get sick now, okay, boo-boo? You need to feel better, right? Should we start to feel better? Okay, now we're talking. Okay, and everyone, don't forget to say our Tehillim over Shabbos. As the deals, whatever they call them, the hostage deals, as they continue, we just have to amplify our tefillah. All right, here we go. We're going to spin this wheel and we're going to have 3 lucky winners tonight. Our first winner is going to win Incredible Kids swag package, but our next winner is going to win something else. The Reifmans, Chava Rachel Eva at gmail.com. The Reifmans, you are the lucky winners. The next winner is going to win the newest Kichels book, the newest Kichels comic book. Here we go. Let's go. And the winner is the Horowitzes. itahorowitz@gmail.com. You won the newest Kichels comic book. And now we're going to do a Fuzzy Wuzzy Squishmallow blanket. The Price family's favorite blanket. I don't have so many of them yet left. They are literally the best blankets. And the winner is Lauber and Goldberger. Okay, I'm not sure what the email address is there, but that is the winning family of the Squishmallow blanket. Should we show them the blanket?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll show them the Kichels book. Hang on one second. All right, this is the Heaven blanket. Cute, and maybe like you might think, oh, it's for little kids. You've never felt a better blanket before. You've never felt a squishier blanket. It's literally the best. And this is the Kichels 4 collection book. I think I read every single one. They are hilarious. Even if you got Mishpacha magazine, it's worth it to have the Book of Justice because this is always the best page. Everyone loves to read about the Kichels. So this book is going straight to our lucky winner. And who knows, maybe next week we'll raffle off another one. And I think we will actually, Martha Shem, because I still have 2 more to raffle off after this one. And everybody, it's been such a pleasure. Big thank you to Simcha Leiner. Big thank you to every single one of you for being here tonight. And so many important things coming up. So be in the know. And don't forget to keep checking back with Incredible Kids because I have new things coming out all of the time, including the newest Incredible Kids episode, which was unbelievable Matzah Shabbos of the podcast. So if you didn't hear it yet, you better catch up because there's new ones in the works and we're constantly trying to hustle here for you. And we'll see you all. Have a beautiful Shabbos. And thank you for joining. And remember, you are all incredible kids. Bye, everybody. Good night. Shabbos.